Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. Really, really exciting. I love kind of the energy and all the buzz that we saw yesterday. So I thought that before jumping into the full content, but I know, right, you want to hear about the trends and what's going on in world travel and what do we have cooking. And I am really excited to be here. Not only is it an honor and a privilege to be the president of this amazing company, but it's also a great responsibility because as you will see later on, we are embarking on a great journey of transformation. And this is sort of year one, although there have been things that have been happening before. But before we do that, I thought that I would introduce myself to all of you, because this is what we do at World Travel. We're one big happy family, and we care about our customers, we care about our partners, and it's only fair that you learn a little bit about me. So if I can get my clicker, which is right here. Let's see, I can never make this work properly, but hopefully this time it works. All right, so I am now going backwards, which is not the way I'm supposed to be going. All right, so a little bit about me, right? So this is where I'm from. I was born and raised in Guadalajara, Mexico. Lived there pretty much the beginning of my life. Then we did a short stint in Haiti. Yes, Haiti, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. That was my dad's job, which was very interesting. And I will say, I mention it because it deeply marked my personality. At the school in Haiti, we had approximately about 25 different students in the class, and it was 25 different nationalities, 25 different religions. And as you can imagine, being the country that it is with extreme poverty, most of the representatives there were either missionaries, government representatives, representatives of UNICEF. So the cultural diversity that brings into something that just became really embedded in my soul really has shaped who I am as a person and as a professional. Then I came back to Guadalajara and lived there for the remainder of my youth. Moved on to Mexico City, where I went to university, got married, had my first child and only child. And then I moved to Atlanta with Travelport, and now roughly 10 months in Philadelphia, believe it or not, right? On the main line, right between Philadelphia and Exton. So yes, I am now local. And I am enjoying your beautiful spring, which coming from Mexico, it's like, oh, it's spring. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to step out and it's going to be warm. And I'm like, let me go get my fur coat back on, right? But no, I do love it. It's great. My first experience with snow was interesting, but we've survived and we're here. So that's a little bit about Erica by the numbers. Now, Erica by the logos. And I wish these logos were Prada and Louis Vuitton and Valentino and whatnot, right? But no, it's the work logos. And so I started my career at Aeromexico within the network planning alliances division, also responsible for a lot of work around just structural strategy for the airline back in the day. That allowed me to start engaging with other airlines. So for example, just my relationship with Delta as a result of Aeromexico and the Delta partnership for SkyTeam goes way, way back. In fact, one of the speakers that we're going to have now, Jeff Lobel, in our NDC panel, we've known each other for a long time as well. So not new to the industry, started in the airline. Then I advanced my career with Travelport, and I was there for a very long time. They really shaped sort of who I became as a professional. I started off running Mexico for them. Then I became responsible for all of Latin America and always on the agency side. I ran their technology, their partnerships, their implementation, their commercial strategy, all across Latin America. Then I moved to the US. That's why I came to Atlanta. And I did there the commercial for North America, primarily the US. Again, all of it on the agency side. In between there, you can see I took a baby sabbatical in 2009. I took the full year off, and I just rubbed my belly and thought about making little feet and little hands, and really enjoyed that. And then in between Travelport and Sabre, I did take a small break. And the reason for that was that for some of you that have lived in different countries, right, when you make a move like that, it is very dramatic, especially when you're bringing the family along, it does take some time to adapt. So when I first moved from Mexico to the US, I kind of underestimated how much of a culture shock that was going to be. And so a couple of years in, my daughter really needed me to focus on her a bit. So I decided to take a bit of time off and just kind of be a full stay-at-home mom, and best decision of my life. Shortly thereafter, Sabre had been knocking at my door, and I resisted, although from the time frame there, you can see that I didn't resist too much. I joined Sabre, and I can say it really transformed who I became as a professional. There, it was a very different role than what I had done at Travelport. This was on the airline side. And not only did it transform me as a professional because of the nature of the company that it is, and that amazing in itself, but it's also because I was a COVID hire. And that was just an entirely different experience. Really enjoyed it. My time at Sabre, I was responsible for distribution of airlines, airline technology, airline software. So nothing to do with the agency side, which kind of complete the full circle for me in terms of, kind of my knowledge and who I utterly became as an individual. And then I thought, all right, what I haven't done is startups. So everyone should do a startup. Not really, don't try it, it's hard. But I was like, let me give it a go. So I said, what's the hardest thing that you can think of that, it's like people like it, people hate it. It's not NDC, it's not. It's blockchain. So I'm like, okay, let's do blockchain technology for the travel industry. So Travelex is doing exactly that, experimenting with blockchain and distribution and dynamic inventory. I was with them for about a year. Kind of helping shape their commercial strategy, their product to market fit. Great experience. I will say I'm not really startup material. So while I'm still on their board, that was not a great fit for me in terms of a full-time job. During that time, I was already on the board of World Travel. And I had known Liz and our lead Jim as well for quite a while. And it was always like my favorite thing. Whenever I had to come to the board meetings, not only just being with the World Travel team, but getting to know how World Travel was taking on all of the different industry challenges and the team and hearing about what they were doing and how they were taking on COVID, I just thought, my goodness, this is like a really amazing company. So when I got tapped on the shoulder, Liz said, well, how about, come have a look, see what's going on and see if you think it's a good fit and help us kind of drive that transformation. It was like too good to be true. I was like, this is not really happening, but it did. And now I am here and I'm super excited. So that's kind of my professional journey and I love it. I love it. It's like everything I have been doing in my life has led to exactly this role. And I'm over the moon excited. But I have to share something else that's really important to me aside from my professional career, and that is my kids. I have 3 kids, and I label them as the expensive one, right? The high maintenance one, which is Peyton, and then the one who made me stop wanting to have any more kids altogether. That's Piper. She's the Australian Labradoodle, and she keeps everyone busy in the family. But yep, those are my 3 kids. And then just 2 fun facts. Dancing aficionado, I've actually danced for 15 years, flamenco, 5 of them semi-professionally. So yes, I hear music and I kind of start tapping and I can't help myself and it's a big thing in my life. And own language. Okay, so one thing that you have to be cognizant of, because it might come up while I'm here on stage, is I was, as you can see, born and raised Mexican, so Spanish, definitely my first language. Years in Haiti, I know enough French to defend myself, and enough Creole, which is the dialect in Haiti, to be offensive because I only know the bad words. So, and then English. English came way later. So what happens when either I get nervous or tired or flustered or when I'm struggling to think really, really quickly is I make up my own words. And so if there's a word that you kind of hear in there that you're like, ooh, that's interesting, it probably doesn't exist. Don't look it up. Don't get tense. I made it up. But anyway, those are just fun facts. But anyway, enough about me. Let's jump right into what we're doing and what's coming up. So, new era. This is definitely a new era for TMCs in our industry. There's a lot going on. There's a lot changing. It's an era of transformation. And a lot of you might think, okay, you're right, it's the technology, it's NDC, it's all of these different things. Honestly, it goes beyond that. There's two factors that are really making this be a new era for all of us. It's the technology, and it's the fact that we have to be thinking about the next gen of travelers. These Gen Zers that are 6 years away from becoming the largest generation to be employed in the United States and worldwide, but certainly in the United States, a big, big thing. So if you think about it, right, from an API and NDC perspective, a lot of people are thinking, oh my goodness, this NDC thing, and it has us going crazy because there's so much content, and how are we going to connect, and what's happening? And you'll hear some buzz in the industry about what will be the role of the TMC. And every now and then you will hear something that's said about, is the TMC going to go away, right? Are we all going to have to connect directly, or what's going to happen? We actually believe that our role is fundamentally changing and becoming even more and more like what World Travel has with all of its customers and clients. So why do we say that? We believe that in a world where content is becoming, you could say more fragmented because there's more choice, because there's more things that you can access, because there's the internet, because there's more information, you will more than ever need a trusted travel management company. You will need someone that is able to bring the content together for you and let you know what are the differences of what is out there, what you have access to, not only from a content and technology perspective, but why it matches your program. So you might think, all right, Erica, what does that have to do with all the pictures you've got going on up there? So I want to take you back to, hopefully many of you remember, 1980s, and what travel agencies looked like, right? You would walk in, and you would have your brochures, and you would have your posters, and all of this different information, and people would come in, and they would plan the trip, right? And because they didn't know where to go, you needed a travel agent. You needed someone to tell you, right, okay, so where do I want to visit, and what places do I have to check off my list if I'm going to be in France or in Germany or in the UK? And they would have all of this paperwork, right? But you had to trust them to tell you. So, of course, that's not what we're going back to, but it kind of is, because you will need someone that helps you navigate absolutely everything that is out there. So when you hear different technology providers or airlines say, oh, it's all about personalization, and it's all about tackling the different individuals. Well, actually for us, the corporate customer, that is the person. So more and more, our role will have to be to consult with you, to understand for your individual company, what are your employees like? What is the philosophy of your company? What are the places that you travel to? What are the things that are relevant to you? Because what we are seeing is that more and more, as the next gen of travelers come to be, what they expect is for their travel programs to be almost an added benefit of employment. You will hear more and more stats from different speakers throughout the day that new hires actually will switch jobs if the travel program and the benefits are not part of what they consider a value add to their life, to the well-being, and to their productivity. That's a big deal. That's a very different type of travel program that you have seen in the past. It is not about just cost and control. It actually becomes the #1 tool that in the future HR departments will start to consider in order to attract and retain talent. And for that, yes, we will be there to help you navigate on how to bring all of it together with the content, the technology, the advice, and that actual fit of what makes it worthwhile and best for your company. Because not all companies are created equal. And although there will be more content out there than ever before through NDC and the evolution of our industry, you will certainly need a lot more help than ever before in being able to bring it all together and to make it happen in a way that's meaningful for all of you. So, the year of transformation, right? And of course, I know it's like, okay, the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Well, it is, because this is the year that we start transformation at World Travel on many, many fronts. I have been sitting in on different quarterly reviews, sitting in with customers, and just today I got to hear, between yesterday and today, from different customers directly, and we understand. The number one thing that you value about us is not only the collaboration, the personalized service, the fact that we are there, the fact that you have access to the senior leadership team, the fact that you know that we care, but also the fact that we help you navigate what's in the technology, what's happening. So in order to keep up with everything that's happening in the industry and to continue to bring the value that we currently bring to you, there's a lot that we're investing in and there's a lot going on. So, for that, I wanted to share with all of you, right, our mission and our vision, just to make sure that you understand that we are continuing to focus on the simplicity, the technology, the innovation. One Global, you have heard about this before, and you'll hear more about it throughout our session. That is our global platform. We will continue to expand and to be able to service your business above and beyond to whatever your needs might be. And we want to make sure that you know that that is front and center for us to keep up with the times and to continue to make sure that we're that trusted advisor. Our vision, to be the #1 trusted travel management company out there. All right, so SME space, high-end leisure markets, working with suppliers. This is really important. In this new era, it will be more important than ever to partner with suppliers in a way that's meaningful for our customers, because without them, we can't all move together as an industry. Now, in our next slide, right here, you will see we have implemented 4 fundamental pillars of what we are and what makes us be unique. Shareholder value, as all of you know, we're an ESOP, so front and center, anything and everything we do has our customers and brings all of us together in as a single company, united with a vision and moving forward. People and culture, you know it, we're there. We're personal, we care, we adapt, we go the extra mile, and that doesn't only go to our customers, it's also the way that we operate from within. We have each other's backs. I know we've said this repeatedly for now, but during COVID, World Travel didn't let go any of its employees. And that means something. Now, you've heard this repeatedly again. That did have us better positioned when things started to ramp up again. But it speaks a lot to the way that we take care of one another as family. And I will tell you candidly, it was probably the #1 reason why I was even more excited to join. So that is a very big deal for us. Innovation and technology, like I said, things are changing, they're changing quickly. For 2024, approximately threefold the spend that we've ever had in technology and expenses will go this year into revamping our entire tech infrastructure. Operational excellence. It is about being efficient. It's about being there for you in a way that is meaningful, in a way that drives value, and in a way that continues to keep us at the forefront of everything that we can deliver for you. All right, so digital transformation. That is what we're embarking on. And as you can see in the right-hand corner there, we have sort of our pillars, and everything you do, you will see a common theme throughout the entire symposium is we keep going back to the pillars, right? What's important to us? Everything that we do has a North Star of making sure that it drives the value to the 4 things that we are focused on. Because that will be critical when you're transforming, when you're changing, when you're embarking on doing things that are dramatically different, because that's what the industry is demanding of you. You have to stay focused and never lose sort of that North Star of what keeps it real in terms of your vision, your mission, and what's relevant to your customers and to your employees. So in our digital transformation, first and foremost is our data server migration and cloud. Now, every time you talk to a tech company, it's, oh, cloud, cloud. Well, the relevance of this is it gives us bandwidth. It gives us bandwidth to be able to consume more data and to be able to drive it in a way that openly addresses all of your needs and continues to allow us to provide more and more information. But it's not only about providing more and more information. Like I said in that wonky slide about the 1980s, it's about helping us provide you with information that is relevant for your company, for your travel management company, and for your travelers. So that's that piece there. State-of-the-art contact center integrating our entire world travel ecosystem. It is about efficiency. You will also hear a lot in the industry about AI, machine learning. Yes, we're going to do that. And no, we're not going to substitute people with robots. That's not what we're about at all. It's more and more about making sure that we are actively, proactively, and efficiently addressing your needs. Rolling out what we call our World Travel OB1. So OB1 sounds like Star Wars, right? Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, we're not going into Star Wars, but we are heavily investing in tools that make us be more and more efficient. We have, I say this hand in heart, probably the best travel agents out there in the industry. I hear it every single day. Their experience, their knowledge, how quick they're able to address customer needs. It's a pretty amazing team. Whether they're dedicated or part of a general service desk, they really are top of the line. And with these tools, we hope to be able to empower them even further in making sure that their access to content is even more manageable so that they can continue to offer the best for you. And then last and not least, like I said, machine learning and AI, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And it does not at all substitute people. It further enhances their ability to service. So this is just, being completely transparent, some of the things that we're embarking on. Is it all going to be done in 2024? Absolutely not. This is the journey. This is the journey. These are the things. And the reason that we share it is we want you to know, to have the self-confidence that world travel is confidently, consistently looking at what is to come and operating in a way that we will be at the forefront of technology to make sure that we continue to service you in the way that you're accustomed. So 2024 and beyond. All right, so we have over 550 customers, right? We service approximately 20 different industries. That gives us the ability to be able to understand travel trends, traveler preferences, traveler needs in a way that is pretty unique. I will say, and I speak with tremendous respect for our competitors, a lot of our competitors tend to focus on one industry or another. And the fact that we have this vast footprint really makes us very, very unique in our ability to consume traveler trends. So that is definitely something that we're very, very proud of. 524 proud shareholder owners. We're big, and we're good, and we're proud, and we have the industry best. So definitely, definitely very proud of this. And we have a 98% customer retention rate, and that says a lot. We exist because of our customers, for our customers. And it fills me with pride that some of you have been with us for 20, 30 years, and that's a pretty big deal. And then last but not least, right, World Travel powers one global travel. So that is our global platform. We own it in joint venture with Clarity, our partner in the UK, but it is the way that we will continue to make sure that we service your needs as your company may expand into other countries. So just rest assured, once again, we're making the proper investments, and we are there, and we're moving forward to make sure that we can continue to meet your needs. A little bit more about One Global. This is the coverage that it allows us to provide. So as you can see, it is pretty broad. We now have 21 different travel management companies around the globe that we're partner with to be able to provide this service, but it does streamline the way that things are presented to you. So these are some of the capabilities that we're able to drive with One Global. And again, it just speaks to the fact that while we remain focused and targeted on everything that we're doing here, we also have the vision and the ability to expand above and beyond.